Alright, so we have Maddie's journal together. We put 5 rings into it, and we actually did this on purpose, choosing 5 rings, because we're using this as an inclusion journal. We're going to be able to have all these spaces to be able to put stuff inside this journal at our trip. This is one that's already made that is a class for 7 Gypsies. And you can see we used some of our 7 Gypsy ephemera to do this one. And if you have, the more rings you have, the more ephemera places that you can put things in. For instance, it's a 4-hole book, but you can put this one piece of ephemera, it only needs 3 holes. This one only needs 2 holes. This one back to 4 holes. And that's why multiple rings let you put in things that are of different shapes and sizes. Alright, so we have 2 things that we want to add to our book. Because we're going on multiple vacations, we decided to make some tabs. And that's what these little cards are that we've made. We used 4x6 carousel tabs. They come in black, cream, and this craft. Couldn't think of that. And we chose the craft because that's what we had on hand. And we've got our 3 places that we're going to be visiting this summer. We cut them down, obviously, to fit in our book, but it's not that too much to cut off. And then we put on the back, we used this journal stamp. This is 7 Gypsy journal stamp, probably I think one of the best rubber stamps or clear stamps that we have. And you can do your whole entire journal with just this one sheet of stamps. We're actually going to take this one on vacation with us and 1 pad of ink and see what we can come up with. So that's where we got this stamp that we used on the back side of that. So to put these into the book, Brittany's going to show you, she's going to use the Bindery Punch again and show you how to punch, because now we really only need 3 holes to get them into our book. And she's going to show you how to do that.
I have this all together, and I'm going to show you how to put the 2. You can put all 3 at a time at the same time. You line it all the way to the back and try to get this in the center of the whole thing. So you don't want too much on one side. When you have it, there you go. You have 2 holes. And if you need 1 more hole, stick the hole here, stick it across, and there you go. You have 3 holes.
There you go. So now we're going to have some inclusions. Brittany's putting her book together. She's putting the rings on it. We've got Maddie's. She's got her rings in her book. We're going to add a few little inclusions. We're not going to add too much because when we're on our trip, we're going to gather airplane tickets and all kinds of ephemera things that we do and be able to punch them and put them into the book while we're on vacation. So we have these 7 Gypsies little paper bags. And what we've done to them is kind of altered them. You could use them this way if you wanted to. If they're a little bit long for our book, so you could cut them off. Or you could just fold it over if you wanted to capture something inside of that.
You can see we have a paper bag here. And first thing you do when you have your paper bag, you just want to trim it down to the right size for your book. See, this one's a little longer. You can trim it down or fold it. Then you take your bag and you can use any kind of punch you want, and you put your punch inside the bag, leaving 1 hole down here. And then you punch your thing.
So what Maddie was describing is this pocket right here that we use the punch on and have the ATC transparency. This one, we just cut it with an X-Acto knife. We did put a piece of chipboard in there. I didn't have a self-healing mat board that was this small, because I only used the large version. And but we just used a piece of chipboard and slid it in there and then just sliced out the size that we needed to show the transparency. And again, just like Maddie said, we just scotch taped it into the bag. Maddie's going to show you how to punch those. There's her Bindery Punch that she's using. And she's just going to slide that in there and make sure that it's centered over a little hair there and all the way back. If you're following that same method. Okay. Good. So we've got our 3 holes.
3 holes, like the top one right here.
Okay. So we've put our tabs into our book. This is our first trip that we're leaving on tomorrow, and we have the date. She's going to fill in 4 things that she did on her trip, and then she can start drawing and collecting, painting, anything that she wants on this paper. So then, Maddie, you can choose where you want to put your paper bags into your book. And show everybody how that looks.
You open your binder 3 times. You might want to use the middle ones, or I can use these 3 top ones. But I like using the middle ones for my thing, so it's easier to hold. All you have to do is just slip this one in, and you don't have to go all the way down with all of them. You just have to slip them in the right places to go like that. And then you just close your rings up. And there you go.
Okay.
And then you can put pictures or anything you want in here and use the round the corner and put the red paper in, and there you go. You just have to slip it out and look at it.
As you see, my book is done, and so is Madison. As we go along, the book will get bigger and bigger, and you can, as you go along your summer, you can add more and more tags. And you may think that these bindings that we put on it,
maybe a little big.
Yeah,
but you'll be amazed
how big this gets after the summer.
In one trip.
So
it'll get so fat. You'll be amazed by it.
We'll see you next week in our vacation, and see you later.
See the inside of it.
Bye.
Bye.